They told you there was only one name for God, one title, one label, but buried beneath layers of doctrine, behind locked temple doors and in scrolls burned by empire, there were not one, but 72. 72 names, not names to be spoken, but codes to be felt. Not just symbols, frequencies, each one a signature, a vibration tuned to a layer of consciousness that has been kept from you for 2,000 years. This isn't metaphor. In the earliest mystical traditions, from Kabbalah to the Essenes, these names weren't for prayer, they were for transformation, keys to unlock the dormant layers of human awareness. And Jesus, he didn't just know about them, he used them. That's why they erased the texts. That's why they silenced the Gnostics. That's why you've never heard of the 72-fold name of God. Because a soul who knows these names doesn't need a priest, doesn't need a church, doesn't need permission to access the divine. They become sovereign. They become dangerous. And if you're still reading, you might already feel it, that pressure behind your forehead, that pull toward truth you can't explain. This isn't random. This is memory. You've heard the echo of these names before, not with your ears, but somewhere deeper. They've tried to make you forget, but now, one by one, the names are waking up, and it starts here. This is the first step in remembering what they buried. The divine isn't far, it's coded inside you. The 72 names of God are not ordinary names. They are energetic codes, each with 3 Hebrew letters, meant to activate a precise layer of human awareness. Jesus knew this. That's why he spoke of the kingdom within. He didn't come to create a religion. He came to reawaken resonance. Let's begin. 1. Ehye, I am. This is the name God revealed to Moses. Ehye, Asher. Ehye, I am that I am. More than identity, it's the frequency of presence. When spoken from stillness, it centers you in your divine self. Jesus embodied this name. Every time he said, I am, he aligned with this code. 2. Yhvh, the tetragrammaton, the ineffable name. 4 letters, no vowels. It's not meant to be pronounced. It's meant to be breathed. Try this. Inhale with yod, exhale with he. Pause in silence for vav, then gently whisper, he. This is the breath pattern of creation, the pulse of being itself. 3. El Shaddai, God of the mountain. This name carries the vibration of protection and cosmic nurture. El Shaddai is the frequency of inner stability, the ground beneath your chaos. When you call this name, you don't just pray, you anchor. These names are not just to be said, they're to be experienced. And here's the secret. Jesus didn't give sermons about these names, he radiated them. The healed felt it, the possessed couldn't bear it, the awakened recognized it. He didn't say, repeat after me, he lived in the field of these names, and now you're remembering the same field. In the next part, we'll uncover 3 more names, this time codes of vision, clarity, and spiritual perception, because once your identity is restored, your sight begins to change. What if seeing clearly wasn't about the eyes, but about frequency? The ancients believed that true perception came from alignment, and the names of God weren't just for prayer, they were for opening sight. 3 of these names are tuned to awaken spiritual vision. 4. Or Haganuz, the hidden light. This name refers to the primordial light that was hidden after the first day of creation. It's not visible, but it's perceivable to those who attune. When meditated upon, it sharpens inner vision, unveiling what's beyond surface reality. 5. Roe, the seer. Derived from the prophetic tradition, this name invokes divine seeing, not with the eyes, but through the heart. It helps dissolve illusion and awakens the soul's capacity to perceive essence. Use this name when truth feels veiled. It parts the fog. 6. Ayin, the I simple. Direct. Ayin is the archetype of perception itself. This name isn't a request, it's a mirror. When you hold it in silence, it reflects what is hidden inside you. Use Ayin to bring light to blind spots, to see where you were once numb. These aren't magic spells, they're lenses. And when you begin to vibrate them, your inner world rearranges. Jesus never needed physical sight to know a person's heart. He looked through the veil. These names tune your soul to that same capacity, and what you'll see next might just change everything. In the next part, we'll go deeper into names that activate healing, renewal, and regeneration. Because when you see truly, the next step is to begin to restore. Once your vision is clear, the next step is to restore what has been broken. The names of God include keys to healing, not just of the body, but of memory, soul, and spirit. These three names are ancient frequencies of restoration. 7. Rapha. To heal from the same root as Raphael, this name pulses with the energy of mending. It's used in the Psalms and prophetic texts when divine healing is invoked. When spoken in resonance, it vibrates directly through the emotional and cellular fields. Use Rapha. When grief stagnates, it clears. 8. Chai. Life. A simple yet powerful name. Chai is the frequency of living energy. It renews, it restores vitality, it reconnects the spirit to the flow of divine breath. Chai isn't just about surviving, it's about being alive. 9. Shalom. Wholeness. Often translated as peace, shalom means much more. It means completeness, nothing missing, nothing broken. Shalom is the harmonizing field that seals healing with integration. It's the final breath after the storm has passed. Jesus touched the sick and they were made whole, not because he imposed something foreign, but because he reminded their bodies how to remember. These names do the same. They don't fix you, they restore your original code. When you vibrate them with breath, with presence, with stillness, they wake up what was asleep. And that's the secret. Healing isn't an intervention, it's a recalibration. In the next part, we move deeper still, to names that protect, that guide, and that seal your transformation. Healing leads to wholeness, but wholeness needs protection. The divine doesn't just restore, it preserves. In ancient mysticism, certain names were held as shields, frequencies that form spiritual armor. These three names are guardians. They do more than defend, they align you with guidance from within. 10. Magen, shield mentioned in the Psalms. Magen Avraham, the shield of Abraham. This name vibrates protection. It doesn't block reality. It filters distortion. It allows truth in and repels what is false. When you walk into chaotic spaces, Magen helps you remain centered. 11. Tizur, rock. This name appears when God is described as a foundation, a place of steadiness and strength. Tzur doesn't just protect, it grounds. Use it when you feel scattered or unrooted. It reconnects you to spiritual gravity. 12. Ra'ah, shepherd, the guiding force, the name that brings not just direction, but inner navigation. Ra'ah isn't about external instruction, it awakens your inner compass. When choices are unclear, Ra'ah lights the next step. Jesus called himself the Good Shepherd, not as a title, but as a frequency. He walked in R-A-A-H, and those who followed felt it. These names guard your path, not with walls, but with resonance. They don't control, they align, and alignment is the greatest protection of all. In the next part, we complete the circle with names that awaken memory, activate divine purpose, and seal the soul with light. You've remembered your identity, you've cleared your sight, you've restored what was broken, you've been shielded and guided. Now comes the final unveiling, why you're here. These last three names are not about healing or defense. They're about activation of your mission, your divine function, your reason for incarnating. 13. Zakar, to remember. This name means more than mental recollection. Zakar is the vibrational return of soul memory. It reconnects you with your original intention, your pre-birth knowing. Use Zakar when you've forgotten what you came to do. It restores clarity to your calling. 14. Nur. Lamp Nur is the inner flame, the spark of divine purpose. It is written, the soul of man is the lamp of the Lord. Nur doesn't just light your path, it becomes the path. To invoke Nur is to commit to walking with illumination. 15. Keter, crown. The final name in this series. Keter is the highest sephira in the tree of life, the divine crown, the convergence point of all intention and energy. To speak Keter is to align your personal will with the will of the divine. It is not submission, it is sovereign union. These names seal your transformation. They don't end the journey, they reveal it. You were never meant to obey blindly. You were meant to remember, to see, to heal, to walk as a flame. You were meant to live the names, and now you are. You've felt the names, you've remembered what they tried to make you forget. But this is just the beginning. There's a deeper layer still, buried in sound, silence, and sacred frequency. If you're ready to feel what the church never wanted you to hear, then enter the next doorway. Watch the playlist. The hidden teachings of Jesus, let it vibrate through you, not as information, but as activation.